Well, what is going on, everyone? Welcome back to Kitchen Table TCG. My name's Louie. I hope you're having yourself a fantastic day. Today we're going to talk about grading with BGS, Beckett Grading Services. I think that's what that means. We're going to talk about grading some Sorcery Contested Realm cards. This will apply to any cards if you're here for Magic, whatever. This would be how you would grade Magic cards as well. But they have opened up grading. They haven't announced it, but at least that I've seen. But you can actually submit BGS now. You can submit sorcery cards. So this is what we're going to submit, and this is how I came to this. I want to submit all the high-end stuff. So obviously Philosopher's Stone, the 4 cores. I also think that avatars will be really good in slabs, because you'll be able to actually play with them. So I'm grading all the slabs, all the avatars I have, all the foil avatars, and then anything that is the Aqua 9, the Alchemy 9, I'm also grading. So all that, and then I have another submission that I'll work on in a little bit. I probably won't submit it today. It's kind of expensive to submit. So with other unique foils that I'll probably end up sending in a lower tier. So let's get right to it. First off, if you've never submitted cards, you're going to want to use some sort of grade saver, or there's an Ultra Pro one. They're called semi-rigid card holders. That's kind of what you want. And you want these oversized ones that allow you to put the card in and take them out pretty easily. Now, some people will put like a pull tab. Some people will clean their cards. I haven't found that any of that has helped. I've done mostly grading at PSA. If you've watched my Grading the Graders video, maybe I'll link that in the comment section. But I don't like BGS. It's not something that I particularly enjoy, but I do think so I've submitted mostly to PSA because mostly Pokemon, that kind of stuff. But when you do all those extra things, I just don't think it helps that much based on my own experience. But other people will disagree with me. That is fine. So you want to make sure that you got all the stuff in not perfect fits, nothing like that. Just regular penny sleeves inside of a semi-rigid card sleeve, and particularly an oversized one. It's good. Then you're going to put your cards in the order that you want them graded, and then you're going to pop on over to BGS's website. Now, here's why I'm using BGS, and that is because Sorcery has a large Magic the Gathering community attached to it. A lot of the people coming into Sorcery are coming from Magic the Gathering, and Magic the Gathering, most collectors prefer BGS over PSA. If you're a Pokemon fan, that might be surprising for you. Most Pokemon people are going to prefer PSA until you get to the super high end in like the 9.5s and 10s, and kind of it gets a little bit hairy there. But for the most part, the average customer, average consumer for Pokemon will go PSA, and I think the average for Magic is BGS. So when you get to BGS's website, you'll click on cards. And now here's your options. On this side of things, because I'm grading a Philosopher's Stone, which is like a $7,000 card, $10,000 card, who knows, somebody just had an offer for one for 10 grand. Because I'm submitting that, you can't use this collector special, because this is a $400 max value. So if your card is worth more than $400, you're going to have to go to one of the higher end grading things. And I was actually surprised at how low these are. For PSA, it's a little bit more expensive as you get up. Which is kind of nice. But now you have to decide, do you want 60-day on a base rate or 10 to 20 business days? And of course, it costs more to get it done faster. Now, I don't like the idea of BGS holding my cards for longer than they need to. And this is why I'm going to submit these expensive cards in this level. I'm going to submit, these 20 cards or so at the standard level, 10 to 20 business days to get them back as soon as possible. I don't want to spend the $140 a card to get them back in 2 to 5 days, although that would make great content for you. You could see the results faster. But when I submit the other stack of cards, most of those are going to be, actually all of them will probably be under the $400 threshold. So I'll probably submit those with this collector special, and I don't care about getting these back as soon. There's a sense of me that's like, I don't like BGS holding the cards too long. More things can go wrong with that. But for this submission, I feel like I'm going to use this 10 to 20 business days thing. $40 a card is kind of expensive, but I'm also grading very expensive cards, so it kind of makes sense. So you may find that this $22 card works fine for you, or if you're grading lower value stuff, just that $18 card. Now we get into subgrades or no subgrades. I have yet to find anybody who prefers to buy a card without subgrades. So if you are going to care about the financial value of your card, you're going to want subgrades. That's kind of what BGS offers that is better than PSA. That's kind of like their shtick that is better than PSA. That's kind of their big thing, and a lot of people in the Magic community like the subgrades. You look at quads, which is like 9-5 quad is that all 4 of the subgrades have a 9-5, so people are gonna like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and do it with those subgrades, and I've already put all these in. And now, if you just come here and start typing 2023 sorcery, nothing pops up. Well, I guess it pops up now. For me, it didn't pop up. Anyway, it pops up now. What I had to do was copy this and the hashtag NNO, which just means that there's no number. And I just put that in there, and then I would type in the final card name. So let's say we're adding a abundance. So then you type in abundance, and then you want to make sure you hit the alpha foil of abundance. And it looks like let's see if they have non-foils in here. They do have non-foils, so you could add that in and it will pop up right here, and then you're going to add the quantity and the declared value. So it's really important when you do a submission like this that if you do have 2 of the same thing, you're adding them in a line item as 2 of, and then your declared value is the total value for all of them. So I've gone ahead and added all these cards already, and then importantly, they are in the order of which I submitted them. So in my hand here, they're going to be in the same order when I go to pack them up and put them through. So I put the Philosopher's Stone at 8,000. The cores I put at 1,750, and you can see that the value of these is all over the $400 threshold, but that's fine. And you're going to end up paying insurance on that, which is good because one time they lost my cards, and that helped me get the stuff back. And then you're also going to pay, 21 times 4. So this is going to cost me $1,244 in order to grade this. So after you get all the cards in, you're going to make sure all your cards are in order. And then you're going to come to shipping. I'm not going to show you the shipping because I don't want to reveal the address of which I'm sending this to. I don't send stuff to my house, but still. All right, all that stuff is in. I'm gonna choose. I can pop this up to you so you can see this now. I'm gonna choose to do 2-day shipping, which is $52. Again, I could do next day. I don't see the real advantage of that. 2-day shipping seems fine. I'm gonna click continue on that. And then it's going to allow me to review the order and that kind of thing. So reviews the order, you're going to agree to things. I'm not going to show you because my address on there. Then you're going to click checkout and pay. And then you've got some things to do. After that, you're going to print off a couple of the order forms, and you're going to follow the instructions on the order form. They're actually going to have you make sure that all the cards are in the order that are on their sheet, so that when they get their sheet, and I believe on BGS they also give you 2 sheets. When you get your sheet, you're going to make sure they're like this, and then you're going to put some people will put a what's it called, a rubber band around there. I don't like using rubber bands. Some people use hair ties, like your wife's or your kid's hair tie. Occasionally I'll do that, but what I like to do is to take a piece of paper, a real thin slip of paper, and wrap it around there, and then just put a piece of tape on the paper, so all they have to do is peel this off, but it keeps the cards together. And then you write your submission number on that piece of paper just so that they can identify with that. And then I always write a thank you on there, because I think you just get the people. I don't know if it changes anything, but you want people to know that you're gracious for what they are doing there at BGS. So after that, you're gonna put this in a what I do is I put it in a bubble mailer, and then I put that bubble mailer inside of a box, and I write the submission. I don't tape the bubble mailer. It's just like I use a unsealed bubble mailer just to keep the cards protected, and I write the submission number on that bubble mailer. I don't tape it. I don't seal it, but then I put that bubble mailer inside of a nice bigger box that has padding around it as well, and then I will send it via, usually I can't do UPS. I think you have to use FedEx. I don't know exactly what they do with Beckett. You can look in what the options are when you go through the checkout, but send it quickly to Beckett. I usually pay for like the 2-day air to Beckett or to PSA in order to get the cards to them as soon as possible. You're paying for the expedited service in this case. You want to get the cards to them as soon as possible to get that process started. So yeah, that's a rough overview of how to submit cards. I think people get really worried about submitting cards. My best suggestion to you is to find somebody you know that has done it and ask them questions, or just go for it. I mean, I just kind of learned as I went and just kind of went for it, watching videos like this and learning. And I've probably submitted to PSA. We probably submit 3 to 4 times a month now to PSA with cards, and this is no different for that than BGS. So when we get results back for this, I will let you all know. I'm very curious what you do differently in the comment section. Let me know what you do differently. Do you do some sort of pull tab or whatever for the cards? You know, I think these are the big thick ones, so it's pretty easy for them to get the cards out. We will share with you the results when we get them. I hope you have yourself a fantastic day. Be kind to the people around you, and we will see you again next video.